What's up, everyone? Today we are going to talk classic Stratocaster tone. Hey everyone, I'm Jack Fossett. Welcome to the channel and welcome to this guitar tips feature on how to get a lot of cool classic and artist-inspired tones from a Stratocaster using one basic setup and without changing anything in the rig, only using the volume and tone knobs. Now it's important to mention, these are inspired classic tones. If I were going for any one of the tones of these artists individually, I probably wouldn't set it up like this, but I'm just trying to show you the versatility of a Stratocaster. Now in this video, I'm going to start on the neck pickup, go all the way down to the bridge pickup, and again, manipulate the volume and tone and show you where some of these classic sounds can come from. The rig that I'm using today is one of my favorite Stratocasters. It's loaded with Righteous Sound pickups. I'm going into my Super Reverb, and for the drive tones, I am using a Wampler Velvet Fuzz, which is a fuzz face inspired pedal. Now the fuzz face and the Stratocaster traditionally go really well together. A lot of people immediately jump to Hendrix, and we are going to work on some Hendrix tones. But what's cool about the fuzz face, in particular, it's not the only pedal that'll do this, but Stratocaster and a fuzz face, there's a way that it cleans up, and that's the key to basically everything that I'm going to be doing here today. It cleans up beautifully. When you first roll it back off, it kind of stops sounding like a raucous fuzz and almost sounds more like an overdrive. And then there's this like sort of threshold that when you back it off even further, it totally cleans up and just sounds amazing. So on the neck pickup, we're actually going to start rolling the volume up around halfway to get this really cool, clean, clear neck tone. With that, there's loads of things you can do. Gilmour comes to mind, certainly somebody like Eric Johnson. When you roll the volume all the way up then, that's a great spot for Hendrix. That's a great spot for more Gilmour. It's a great spot for more Eric Johnson. There's a lot of tones you can get in that neck pickup. When you switch up to the neck middle and then roll it back to clean, it just sounds perfect for John Mayer. John Mayer loves that neck middle tone. Really, really pretty. It's got a little bit more sag, almost kind of like a spankiness to it or a pluckiness, but in this very, very pretty way. When you roll that back up again, then you get these kind of cool, smoother, overdriven tones. Now the middle setting is really interesting because it's sort of an unsung pickup setting, I feel like, on a Stratocaster. The middle setting, there are two artist sounds that I think you can really nail with this setting. One is Clapton. Modern Clapton loves the middle setting. He uses it a ton. Now for that, it's important to roll the tone off again. So middle setting, volume all the way up, tone almost all the way off or all the way off, kind of do it to taste. And you'll get a really cool modern Clapton tone. Then, if you roll the tone back up and then back the volume off a little bit, you can get some great Stevie Ray Vaughan tones. You can get into that Texas blues territory. When you go up to the bridge middle, this one's really cool, and this one can cover a lot of territory. If you totally clean it up, it is like Mark Knopfler. The bridge middle setting, clean, that's all the early classic Mark Knopfler tones from the first couple albums of Dire Straits before he started using more Les Pauls and things, and it just sounds awesome. If you dial it up a little bit more, you get like 70s era Clapton, again, into kind of that light overdrive territory. Now, on a lot of the studio recordings, he used a small tube amp for those, but when he played live, he used these Music Man amps, which kind of got this, nice, slightly different overdriven tone. And again, using the fuzz face, it's like, yeah, maybe not exact, but you can get into that territory. I haven't changed any of the settings on the amp or the pedal. It's just all using your volume and tone knob. And when you turn the bridge middle all the way up and you really get that fuzz cooking, then you can kind of get some neat Jeff Beck tones. And I am going to attempt to use a little bit of the tremolo to try and show that off. It's very, very hard to sound like Jeff Beck, so bear with me. I'm just going to do my best to give you some tones there. But that's a setting that Beck absolutely loved. May he rest in peace. When you kick up to the bridge pickup, there's actually more of the same kind of artist that you got on the neck pickup. You can get great Hendrix tones, you can get great Eric Johnson tones, you can get great David Gilmour tones. In this particular rig, it really favored more the Gilmour and Hendrix kind of sounds. You can certainly back off the tone and get a little bit into that Eric Johnson territory. I would probably stack it with something else to increase the gain in a way that smoothed it out if I was really going for an Eric Johnson tone, but hopefully you'll hear it's kind of in that ballpark. So now we're going to dive in. Please let us know what rig you might use for this. Obviously, this is not the only rig you can do this with. There are plenty of overdrive pedals, distortion pedals, or other fuzz pedals that will clean up in a similar way. What type of amplifier would you pair it with? I'm Jack Fossett. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy.